Hello guys, Taha here. So today I got a video about another launch of rocket Falcon 9 Block 5 of SpaceX. So I will give you the information later because the time is up. Oh, the rocket is already launched. Oh, we are late. Let's go back in time.
Minus 30 seconds. Let's listen into
So the
LDs go
rocket
for launch.
is
So
T
it
minus
looks like
36
weather
seconds.
is in our favor today. So at T minus 30 seconds,
Sorry for
let's
my
listen into the
latency.
terminal count and watch as Falcon 9 takes our 60 Starlink satellites into orbit today.
T minus 20, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and liftoff! Yay! See the shaking of the camera. The speed is increasing rapidly.
At T plus 40 seconds into liftoff, Falcon 9 has successfully lifted off from Pad 40 at Cape Canaveral Air Force Station, carrying our Starlink payload out into space. Now we just throttled down the engines in preparation for Max Q, which stands for maximum aerodynamic pressure. This is the largest structural load that the vehicle will see throughout ascent. Should be coming up on Max Q in a few seconds here.
Max Q.
And there's that call out that we just passed through Max Q. In about
And the rocket has
we
passed
will have
Max
three
Q.
events that happen very quickly, one after another. That will be MECO, or main engine cutoff, stage separation, and SES-1, or second engine start 1. And main engine cutoff is where all 9 of those M1D engines shut down, slow the vehicle down in preparation for stage separation, which is when the first stage separates from the second stage. After stage separation is SES-1, or second engine start 1. And this is where the MVAC engine lights up for its first burn and propels the second stage along with the Starlink satellites to orbit.
As you can see, the expansion of the flame
At
of
T
the
plus
rocket.
2 minutes, we are about 30 seconds away from those 3 events. Again, that's MECO, stage separation, and SES-1. Again, it's SES-1 because we do have 2 burns of the Merlin vacuum engine on today's mission. We have a beautiful view of the first stage.
Now the stage will separate.
Stage separation confirmed.
Yes. And now
And there you just watched MECO, main engine cutoff, stage separation, and that second stage engine ignite. We're just about 15 seconds here from fairing deploy, and on your right-hand screen you can see a view of inside of those fairing halves, looking at the Starlink payload as well. And on your left-hand screen is first stage, making its way back to Earth.
So the first stage will land.
Fairing separation confirmed.
Oh, fairing confirmation.
And there, as you watch on your screen, that is confirmation that those fairing halves have deployed. And as a reminder, we will be attempting to pick up the fairing halves after they touch down on the water with our recovery vessel, Miss Chief, today.
So this rocket is completely reusable. See this engine getting hot and hot.
Now, with stage 2 well on its way to orbit, stage 1 is now heading back to Earth and will perform 2 burns on its way down.
This stage will head back to Earth.
The first is the entry burn to assist in slowing the vehicle down as it passes back into the Earth's atmosphere. This will be a 3-engine burn, starting off with the center E9 engine and followed not too long after by 2 additional engines reigniting. Then the second and final burn for the first stage will be the landing burn, which is just a single E9 engine, and that is enough to rapidly slow down the vehicle to allow it to touch down on its landing zone. And again, for today, the landing zone is just read the instructions, which is currently out in the middle of the ocean waiting for this booster to come back.
As you can hear,
Stage 2 is looking good and nominal. Got a nice view of that MVAC engine on your right-hand screen.
As you can hear the commentary of the
Stage 2 is taking our Starlink
specialist
payload to its targeted orbit, and these 60 Starlink satellites will join the constellation already on orbit, which are designed to provide high-speed, low-latency internet to people here on Earth, and especially to places where good internet is really hard to access.
So some satellites
Just
will
after T plus 5 minutes, so we're just about a minute away from the entry burn beginning on the first stage.
This rocket has a mission to
Entry burn will be
deploy 60
There's
satellites
a
in
vehicle second
orbit
stage is
of
on
Earth.
nominal trajectory. That entry burn will last about 22 seconds long.
The mission specialist will not let me speak. So
And you can see on your left-hand screen the
Here the
first
mission
stage. The grid fins
specialist.
are deployed, but they actually don't start steering until after entry burn. And that's because it requires the atmosphere and air to be flowing through those grid fins.
the specialist is talking about these grid fins.
Got some really awesome clear views on both the first and second stage. You can see Earth in the background. We're just about 15 seconds or so away from that entry burn on the first stage.
Stage 1 FTS is saved.
Stage 1 entry burn zero.
And there you can see the entry
reigniting.
burn has begun. And as you saw, the plume started out small and then got larger, and that's because we light up the first single engine and then followed by 2 additional engines on this entry burn for a total of 3.
Stage 1 entry burn shut down.
And entry burn is now complete. As you see, those engines have shut down. So next up, in about a minute or so, will be that landing burn for the first stage.
So now the rocket will
As I
re-enter.
mentioned earlier, it will just be the center.
It will be very hard
It will
for the
just be the
rocket.
center E9 engine for the landing burn, and that's enough thrust to slow the vehicle down. The M1D engines have 845 kilonewtons, or 190,000 pounds of thrust.
This is the landing ship.
Again, that's enough to slow this very large vehicle down to
Where the
touch
rocket
down
will
on that
touch down.
drone ship that you see right there in front of you. That's just read the instructions. And this will be the 3rd landing for this specific booster. About 20 seconds or so away from that landing burn beginning.
Now the landing burn will begin.
It was a very clear and beautiful day over there in Florida, so hopefully we get a nice, beautiful view of first stage landing.
Stage 1 landing burn.
There's confirmation, stage 1 landing burn. You can kind
the
of see
shaking of the camera
that burn kind of
because the
shaking the
rocket
camera
is-
there.
nearby the ship.
Stage 1 landing leg deploy.
Oh, oh, oh.
Pico.
The rocket has
Stage one
landed.
landing.
And we had a little bit of a rough camera view there, but the Falcon has landed on our drone ship for its third landing on Just Read the Instructions. This marks our 63rd successful recovery of a Falcon first stage and the 11th for Just Read the Instructions. And looks amazing as we can see it there now, standing stably there.
Lost the signal, Cape.
Now we're waiting on your right-hand screen for SECO 1, which is second engine cutoff 1. There's that call out for SECO.
So everything is going planned.
We're waiting for confirmation of good orbit here.
Nominal parking orbit insertion.
And there's that call out that we are in a good orbit. So now the second stage is going to coast in this orbit for roughly 35 minutes. So we're going to take a quick break during this coasting time, but we'll leave you with an animation so that you can see where the Starlink satellites are in the coast phase. So we'll see you back here at T plus 43 minutes for the second stage engine relight.
So let's get live now. So there was a launch for the rocket. Now the rocket will coast for some time and then reignite its engine. So I can't wait for you can't wait for 35 minutes. So I will just end this video here. And now I will give some
loss of
information.
signal, Bermuda.
So I will give you some information now. So here's the information for the rocket. This is SpaceX $50 million rocket. Whoa. Height 70 meters. Low Earth orbit means how much weight can it carry to low Earth orbit? 22,800 kilogram. And GTO means Earth's geostationary orbit. It can carry 8,300 kilogram to geostationary orbit. And thrust is 7,607 kilonewton. Fairing diameter is 55 meter. Fairing height is 13 meter. Stages are 2 as you saw. Strap-ons mean additional booster is 0. So the vehicle is B1060, the model, and this is the third flight for the vehicle. And the location was SLC-40 Cape Canaveral, AFS, Florida, USA. Mission details: Starlink V1L14. SpaceX will launch a batch of Starlink satellites for their high-speed, low Earth orbit internet constellation. So from this, the astronauts in ISS or the people on Earth can access high-speed internet from these satellites. Stats are 2020 82nd orbital launch attempt, SpaceX 105th mission, Falcon 9's 97th mission. And it was 73rd Falcon recovery attempt, which became successful. So that's all for this video. If you like this video, please consider like, subscribe and share my videos. And I will catch you in my next one. Till then, goodbye.